Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna look at the best camera settings in Rocket League. I'm soon gonna show you guys the settings both for like competitive and freestyle. I have two good settings for each of these. So just wait till the end. Before we start, I just want to give you guys a quick information about the differences when it comes to the camera settings. We have and the reason I want to tell you about it is because maybe you gotta change some of the settings to your gameplay. The settings I'm using is not gonna work for you, and the settings you are using might not work for me because whenever you're approaching the ball, you're approaching the ball from a different height than me, different angle than me, and stuff like that. There are certain play style that you have that I don't have, and that's why you should adapt your settings to your own. But yeah, so the field of view is how much of the screen or field you see. Uh, the height is how much above or below you can see. So if you like to double tap and stuff, you should increase your height. It's easier for like double tapping and stuff. If you like air dribbling and stuff, you should decrease your height. Have it below 100. And the same goes with angle. Angle is about how I approach the ball. So if you're high, the more negative your angle is, the more likely is it that you will hit the ball from the top. But if you have like, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. If your angle is -0, you will hit it from the top. If your angle is -13, I think that's the max, you will hit it most likely from the bottom when you're approaching the ball. So the more negative, like -13, the more likely you will hit it from the bottom because the angle will be like you will look it from a frog perspective. But if your angle is -0, -1, -2, uh, you are more likely to approach the ball from a flying perspective, like from a bird perspective, where you come from the top and go to the bottom. Uh, the distances is like how much the distances and the FOV is most likely the same. Is how much of the field you can see. The stiffness is how stiff your car and joystick feels. So the higher stiffness you have, the more square your car will feels. So if you have one, it will feels like you're driving very 90-degree all over the places. If you have zero, it will feel more like more simple to like drift and stuff. Yeah, and then you have like swivel speed and transition speed. These settings are not so much important. Transition speed is like when you press ball cam off and on, how quickly you want the camera to change. And swivel speed is if you're using your right joystick to like look around on the field. So yeah, let's go into the settings. So what I did was I was actually adding all of these numbers. These are like pro players. There's a bunch, and I added all the numbers and divided it among all of the players to find like what was the average FOV, what was the average height, an average angle, and then I also checked it out, and that was what the most players were using. So these settings right here are what most of the pro players are actually using. Field of view 110, distance 270, height 100, angle -3, stiffness 0.40, swivel speed 1, transition speed 1.20. I also have some freestyle settings that I've been using for a while now. And here is like field of view 110, distance 190, 60 height, angle -8, stiffness 0, swivel speed 1, transition speed 1.20. And these freestyle settings, they are really insane. I'm not even kidding. You should try that. I've given these to like grand champs who've been like, oh shit, finally I was able to hit a musty flick, or I was able to hit a ceiling double or whatever. These settings is really going to help. It really helped me to increase my resets. I went from like doing one reset to double reset to being actually sometimes able to pull off a triple reset. So here are the settings, and you should like what I've been playing with a lot was like my angle was -0 because whenever I was approaching the ball, it came from above. So you just need to see like what is your play style, you know? Are you into freestyling? Just lower your distance, uh, and the same with the angle. Go more negative. Lower your height. Uh, but yeah, so it really depends. Like more negative angle, better for air dribbling. More negative height, better for air dribbling. And more negative distance, also better for air dribbling. So it depends on what are your intentions with playing, and you should try different settings out because I don't use these settings. The settings that I'm using when I'm playing comp is this. And I've never seen anyone use the settings. And it's really fucked up because there is barely no one using the angle -0. But this is what worked for me. But if you don't know how to like being able to play with angle 0, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be so hard for you. But for me, according to my playstyle, this is what actually worked best for me. This worked better than these pro player settings. So instead of going for pro player settings, you should make your own by adjusting. And I forgot, like my stiffness was 0.00. The reason why I use 0.00 was because I want to be fast. I want my joystick to be fast. I want my car to accelerate or rotate or like drive to the left and right much faster. I know that using 0.00 is a little bit, or at least it feels quicker than using 0.14. But the disadvantage is that you need to know how to control your car when it's just driving as fast as that. So yeah, that's my advice for you guys. Here are the settings, use them, and please make your own. Remember to subscribe.